Hello, Cancer. This is Nicole with Angelic Therapy and Healing. Happy New Year to all of you. Hopefully you are doing well. Hopefully you have made it through the holiday busy craziness very well. Welcome to 2019. We're here. We've made it. Pat yourselves on the back. You deserve a lot of congratulations. 2018 has been rough for so many of us. Oh my gosh. But we're here. We've made it. You'll see there's these little gift boxes on the table. That's because when I was buying the decorations for the table, the angels kept telling me to get these little gift boxes, and they said it's because 2019 is a gift. So all of these things we've had to give up and lose, and relationships and work situations and all types of stuff, we've given up these things to get these blessings in. We've done a lot of hard work. And so 2019 is the year that we're going to start to reap the rewards. We're going to start to receive our gifts. So you have a lot to look forward to this year, Cancer. So welcome to the channel. Those of you that are new, glad to have you here. Big thanks to everyone who has made donations recently. Lisa, Cindy, Darnisha, Meredith. Hopefully I've not forgotten anyone from recently. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I know it during the holidays, we're all putting out way more money. So the fact that you've made such generous, kind donations during the holidays, I really, really appreciate it. So thank you for that. Also, a massive thanks to everyone that has been here with me through 2018. Thank you for your subscriptions, for liking, supporting the channel, for supporting me, for supporting each other. For those of you that go way back, that have been subscribers for years, oh my gosh, whew, huge thanks to you. We have been through it together. So I just cannot wait for all of you to see what 2019 is going to hold for all of us, because we are here. Now I'm going to read a message from Archangel Michael for you. Do keep in mind that these openings for all of the readings are going to be the exact same. Same messages. So if you are listening to multiple readings for January, just know you'll want to skip past the beginning. And you'll want to skip right to your message, because it's going to be the same for everyone, because there are some people that just listen to their sun sign. They don't listen to any other readings. They don't cross watch. They don't listen to their moon, the rising. They listen to one and they move on. So that's why everyone gets the same messages in the beginning. So that way everyone gets it, because they're important. So feel free to skip past them if you're listening to multiple readings. No biggie. Now, when I was preparing today, praying, shuffling cards, and getting ready to do these, Archangel Michael kept talking about love. And so I was thinking, do you want me to do the love readings now? Because they have something really special in store for you guys in February. We're going to be doing some very detailed love readings. So I thought, well, okay, you wanted me to do that now? Oh, you're switching things up on me like the 11th hour? And he said, no, actually I have a message. Get some paper and a pen. So what he said is, love is on the minds of many this month. However, use this time wisely. This brief reprieve to tie up all of your loose ends and prepare for what is to come. This is a downtime for you to ready yourself emotionally, physically, and spiritually, as well as ready your home and get your affairs in order, so you can make a clean break and move forward. We have much in store for you. Prepare now, because a month or so from now, you will be glad you did. Also take time for you. Stop agreeing to obligations you neither have time for nor wish to do. This is your time. Use it wisely. Ask us for help with clearing your schedule, helping with the matters at hand, or helping you say no. Ask and we shall help. We are very excited for what's to come. You should be as well. Wish upon a star, because your dreams are about to unfold. The rewards for your hard work shall begin to arrive at this time. Get ready. As blessings abound, unfold. We love you. You are not alone. Do not forget that. Ask and we shall show you. We are with you. So it has been pretty consistent in all the readings that we're all just, this is the final stage of us just releasing the funk and the stuff that's no longer serving us. So we'll see what's in store for you, Cancerians. Now, I am not going to tell you what the cards are. We're not going to waste time with that. Okay. So what I will do is I will put the... Okay. Cancerians, you guys are very special this month. You're the only ones getting multiple cards. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Okay. So I will list the cards below. So just read below if you want to see what the cards are. Now, okay. Well, you are getting special cards that other people have not gotten. So bear with me a second while they tell me what they want for you. And the bottom of this deck. Okay. All right. You get lots of cards. It's your lucky month, Cancers. Okay. So the cards will be below. Do remember this is a general reading for hundreds, if not thousands of people. So if you find that it's just not resonating with you, it's okay. These are monthly astrological readings. You do have other options. So check out your moon or your rising sign, as you might find something in there that will help you. Okay. So all the other signs did not get all these extra cards. You are quite lucky. Make sure you can see that. I do have the camera zoomed in. You should be able to see the cards. If there are details that I need to show you along the way that they point out to me, I will lift those up and I will show them to you at that time. So what you have here on the bottom, this is like, what was the purpose of 2018? What was this big lesson or the thing that you learned in 2018 that has laid the foundation for you for 2019? And you have the sacrifice. Because there is something that you have had to sacrifice, that you're actually in the process of sacrificing and releasing, something that you've had to give up. So in ancient times, they would make sacrifices to the gods in appreciation for the blessings and the gifts that they were going to be receiving tenfold. So they may give their prized sheep in order to get a entire flock, as well as maybe a herd of cattle in addition. So it's, letting something go that we value, because we are going to be receiving something so much greater. Cancers, you've had to sacrifice love. Oh, that's interesting. So what they're saying is, you see how she's releasing this butterfly. It's not a red butterfly. It's not a pink butterfly. That would be indicative of like love. Like, oh my gosh, there was this deep abiding. Oh my gosh, soul connecting. This was a deep, deep twin flame, twin soul. Oh, a very high level soulmate. Someone that just, they were the one, they were it, and you had to let them go and you loved them so much. But it's not pink, it's orange. So this is not someone that you had a deep love for. Getting for some of you, this person, so for those of you, this is love. You may have had to give up a job. You may have had to give up a career, because orange is, trying to create something, a solid foundation, building something. It's also our power in that area. But primarily it's building something with someone. So for some of you, you may have had this person come in and they came in unexpectedly. It was like lucky, it's like getting 777s on a slot machine. You're like, woo, where did they come from? I was not expecting this, but hey, welcome. Glad to have you here. And they came in and you didn't expect it. And you didn't know what to think of. And when it came in, you were so excited. They looked so good on paper. You're telling everybody. Kind of like if somebody wins a Villoldo, they're like telling everyone they can. You're going public. You're blasting it from the top of the mountains. Look at this catch. Look who came in. They look good on paper. And you're like, I'm going to build something with them. I'm going to keep them here. We are going to build a foundation because, woo, this is my lucky break. Man, I caught me a good one. I'm not letting this one go. He's a keeper. She's a keeper. But it wasn't so much that you wanted to keep them because you felt such deep love and deep connection for them. You wanted to keep them because you're like, oh, this is actually someone real solid. They're a good person. They have morals. They have integrity. They have a good job. They're not just breathing. They can contribute. I want to keep this one. I'm going to tell everybody, hey, look at what I got. Look what I found. I'm going to start commingling our stuff. I'm going to get him so intertwined, get her so intertwined that nothing's going to happen. This boy, this gal, they are not going away. But then just as quickly as it came in, it was this whirlwind. And, oh, you've blasted to everybody. I'm marrying this one. This is my keeper. But because there wasn't this deep love, there wasn't this deep connection to build a solid, there wasn't a solid foundation to stand the test of time in this relationship. It quickly fell apart, quickly went downhill. And so in 2018, you come to this realization that it's something that your heart wasn't really in. It was really more so, and I don't want to say for a financial reason, but for more of you, it's almost like this was the perfect partner. Like if you could write down all the details of what is in a perfect partner for you, this is it. Perfect partner showed up. You didn't feel that soul, that deep connection. They didn't either. But by golly, they were perfect on paper, and you haven't come across anybody perfect, so you'll be damned if they're going to leave. But they left, or they're in the process of leaving. And you've been trying to hold on. So the thing that from 2018 going into 2019 is you releasing this person, coming to the realization that, although it looks real good on paper, they don't feed your soul. They don't really fulfill you. Yeah, are they good on paper? Yeah, do they have the money? Do they have the backing? Do they have the ethic? Do they have these things? Yes, but they don't feed your soul. They're not your other half. So going into 2019, what is going to lay the foundation for you to have all these blessed gifts coming in so that you can have the one who is yours, who is your other half, who is your meant to be, is going to be releasing the one who is not. Because they weren't yours. So to have the one that is yours come in, you have to release the one that is not. Now, it has not been easy. This is your overall energy. It's reversed, but I'm going to hold it upright so you can see the graphics. This is 3 of winter. This will be 3 of swords. And at the bottom it says, reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from the situation, sadness that will heal in time. So if you look at her face, she's just kind of like shocked, like, I can't believe that happened. She's holding on to these swords so tight. I'm not going to let him go. I'm not going to let him go. I'm not going to let him go. But it's reversed, so they just slip out of her hand. So not only is the relationship slipping out, just like this butterfly slipping out of your hand, but this is also saying the pain will ease as well. And they're also saying the shock, the pain and the shock. January is going to be a month of healing for you, a month of, they're saying, acceptance, and a month of moving forward. Because you see, she's not taking any steps. The bear's taking some steps. He's taking steps. He's got one foot in front of the other. She is not taking steps. January is also going to be a month where you begin to take the steps forward. And that's a beautiful thing, Cancers, because that's what's going to propel you in the direction to have the blessings. Because again, we sacrifice, we release something, we give up something so we can get something so much better. God wants to bring you something tenfold of what you had. You thought this person or situation was it. They were as good as it could get. Prepare to have your socks knocked off, because it's about to get way better. And this hasn't been good. Where do you want? Okay, I'm going to pull these cards down here for now. We're going to make some room. So it hasn't been good. You do have in your spread, you have 2 5s. Of course, they're reversed, but you have 2 5s. And 2 5s are all about constant bickering, arguments, backstabbing, animosity within a relationship. A relationship that's filled with drama and conflict and constant arguing. It's also about needing to control emotional outbursts, needing to rein in our emotions so we don't lash out. So this relationship has been filled, for some of you, they're saying it's been filled for like a year or so. Dishonesty, distrust, arguments, it's not been good for a while. And they're saying, and you know that. The whole reason you were just holding on to, they were real good on paper. But again, what's setting the foundation for you to have all these blessings come in is you're letting them go. You're letting it go. Goodbye, birdie. Fly away. God has something better for me. Now these cards, you have what is going to be happening the first half of January, and what will be happening the second half of January. I'm going to move these down so you can see the graphics fairly close. And you will see that you have 3 cards for the first half of January. You have this 3 of Autumn. At the bottom it says, follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Be compensated for your creative talents. And then you have this 5 of Spring. This would be 5 of Wands. You see they're fighting each other. Again, back to a lot of fighting and conflict. You have opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. And then this one is the 5 of Summer, which would be the 5 of Cups. And at the bottom it says, trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. So, that's also reverse. So the first half of January, you're coming into January. You've had this relationship, lots of arguments, lots of battles. It has been a romantic relationship for a majority of you. This would be Cups. It's emotions, romance. You've got, they're pointing out these bees, birds and the bees. So this has been a romantic relationship. It's a boy and a girl fighting. Nothing but fighting. You two were not on the same page. You may not have even been equal yokes, meaning, you know, sometimes opposites are good, sometimes opposites attract, but you know, you're not going to have, typically we have to have someone that's equally yoked. They would be someone of a similar background or similar beliefs, or even like, you know, look scales. So typically, like working with guys in the military, there's like a scale. So say if you can honestly say, okay, you know, I'm a 6. Well, then typically you can go up a number, down a number. You can date a 5, you can date a 7. But if you're a 6, you're not going to date a 10, or vice versa. Say you're like, dang, I'm hot. You're a 10. You're like, I am a 10. Well, you could date a 10. You could date a 9. But you're probably not going to date someone that's a 2. And it's in all areas of life. It's not even anything of arrogance. It's just, it's compatibility. Say you're a person that's, you know, a senior executive in a company and you're making $200,000 a year. You're probably not going to date someone who is making $20,000 a year, only working part-time, because it's not only just a money thing, it's an ambition and drive. You're hard charging. You're in there. You're getting it done. You have a lot of motivation. You're not stuck. And that other person may be like, I don't really care to go to work. I don't really care that I only make 20 grand. You're not going to be on the same level. You're not in the same playing field. Might be fun. You might have a couple good nights. They might rock your world a little bit. Vice versa. But that's about all it's going to be, because you're not equally yoked. For some of you, this relationship was not equally yoked. Fun while it lasted. But you weren't equally yoked. It wasn't. It was off. You didn't have the same values. You didn't have the same. You were both just in different playing fields. It was fun while it lasted. But there was a lot of arguing. There was a lot of conflict. There was a lot of strife. Also, things that you desired. You both had different things that you wanted. You were not on the same page either. But guess what, Cancer? The first half of January, you're not fighting anymore, because this isn't upright. Upright, this would be, we're still at it. Oh, we're still screaming, arguing. Now, coming directly into January, okay, a little bit that's going on, but something is going to happen. There's going to be some conversation where this is going to be done. This is going to be over. The argument's going to cease. The conflict's going to cease. You have been fearful that it's over. So 5 of Cups, 5 of Summer. This is, in traditional Rider-Waite, this would be this cloaked figure who's just in sorrow and sadness looking at the 3 cups that have spilled over. Like, I can't believe I lost that. And that's all they can focus on. They can't turn around and move. They haven't even realized that behind them they still have 2 cups. They think they've lost everything. Up until the beginning of January, you're going to feel that you've lost everything with losing this person and or situation that's going away. Again, most of you would say it's a relationship. It's a person. You're going to feel like up to this point, it's just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to lose them. And that's why a lot of you have been holding on, like, oh my gosh, because you're fearful of what, and it's worried you a lot. Upright, this is a lot of worry, a lot of concern, like, oh my gosh, they're leaving. Like, she's got her arm out, like, oh, do you want to hold this person back? No, don't go. But guess what? It's going to shift. The first half of January, there's going to be some ending, a final ending. Like, it's over, but it's not officially over. You're still going back and forth. You're still swatting at each other, still making your jabs, still also trying to have an attempt to maybe. And also you guys just haven't made it like an official, this is done. But by the first half of January, that conversation will be had and it will be over. But with it, that means the fighting's over, the conflict, that drama. And what's going to happen is this, you're going to have this conversation with them. It's going to be donezo, and you're going to focus 100% on your career. You're going to be working hard. And there's going to be this it's like this, you're going to just resign to it. You're going to accept that it's over. Because for some of you, you've not wanted to accept that it's over. But in the first half of January, you're going to accept that it's over. You're going to let it fall away. There's going to be this conversation. And some of you are going to realize, okay, it was unrequited love. It is what it is. You're going to accept it for what it is. And accept that it's over. And let it go. And you're just going to be focusing on your work. Now, for some of you, it's kind of funny. They're pointing out, you see how she's just looking all mad? Just real mad. Like, oh, can't believe this. She's got her back turned. So for a lot of you, you're just going to turn your back on him, her, the relationship, and you're going to be like, I can't believe it. I can't believe I wasted my time with them. And some of you, they're saying they were a tough, you're going to be like, they're a tough nut to crack. Or going to be the other way. But I'm not going to deal with that. I'm done with that. I'm over that. I'm just focusing on work now. And so January, the very beginning, you will be focused on work a lot. But at least you're not going to be fighting anymore. So that's a plus. That's a good thing. You're going to be making you some money. Get ready to start a new job. Second half of January. Okay. You guys are so special. They're telling me to pull. Okay. So second half of January, you are the magician. The magician's all about taking a leap, moving in a new direction, following the little yellow brick road, following the yellow brick, why are they saying red? Oh, the red poppies, okay. Following the yellow brick road. Sorry, it's getting late. I have been recording. You are like the second to last reading. I have been doing readings since yesterday afternoon. It's all becoming a blur. Just hang in there with me, Cancerians. We're going to make it there together. So, yellow brick road. Taking a leap of faith. You are doing it. You have the magician you are the magician. You have everything that you need to create what you want. And there's like 2 categories of you. The second half of January, they're saying. So there's this one half of you where you've got this mature man, occupation, and child. So you have this mentor. This mentor, he's an older male. Could be a boss, could be a supervisor, could be an investor. So for some of you, child's actually like a new beginning, a new start, a fresh start. So for some of you, you will be starting a new job in the end of January. It's going to be new. It's going to be fresh. And for some of you, that's part of why, you're going to jump in, you're focused on work, focused on making things happen. You're just going to continue because it's this new job. You are being watched. You have new supervisors, new organization. You're wanting to really impress them. For some of you, you may be starting your own business the second half of January, and this is the person who has invested in you, hence why he's keeping a good eye on his investment. He wants to make sure it's not going to go belly up. Could also be a family member that's invested in it. But this is, focused on something because for those of you that you're starting a business, this is something that you love. You are all in. You working day and night. That is all you are focused on, and you're going to do a real good job. And what they were explaining when they were talking about the red, you got these white flowers. This is white, fresh, new beginning, innocence. That's over here. So this new job. Then on this side, you have these red poppies, all about death, endings, conclusions. So the other half of you, reason you're the magician, have things to create, is because you have this change in love. You have this ending. You see, he's moving out. He's not just taking a suitcase. He's not going on a short weekend getaway. He's got everything. He's got his chair. He's got his lamp. He's got all his belongings in the back of his car. He is moving homes. He's moving out. He's done. Then you have the mature woman, and then you have lovers. So for the other half of you, for the second half of January, again, this is about you being the magician, being able to create what you want. You are going to be able to create a new love. You're going to be able to draw in that soulmate, draw in that person who is meant to be for you. And the reason you are going to be able to do that is because at the end of January, this relationship is going to finally be over. It's almost like between that first half and second half of January, this conversation is going to finally be had, because you see here, the arguing's done, the bickering's done, you're no longer worried about them leaving, you're like, okay, they're gone, you've turned your back on it, you're working, but then there's not the actual moving out, the finality. So this could be the finally, okay, telling friends and family, making it Facebook official, we're finally done, it's finally over. Because again, for some of you, you are sharing from the rooftop, telling everybody, this is it, and this is one. And for some of you, they're saying, it's actually been done for a while. You haven't wanted people to know. You've kind of kept that hush-hush and quiet. You kept that your dirty little secret. And you haven't wanted anyone to know that, well, it didn't really work out because this was the one that was so good on paper. You didn't want people to know. So for some of you, what's going to happen is the second half of January, you're going to let people know. You're going to go public. You're going to let people know. It's over. It's finished. If you were living together, you're finally going to move out, separate yourselves, separate your belongings, and that is what's going to open up the path so that you can draw in this true love. Because again, there wasn't this true deep love with this person, and you want that. So guess what? Second half of January, it's going to be finally officially physically done. It's going to be emotionally done. You will have had the conversations, because there's some conversations you have not had yet. It's going to be done, kaput, so you can move on and you can get this. This is what you want. This is the juiciness. This is what's heading your way, Cancer. Now, as far as what the angels are recommending that you do, you have the wandering path, detach from the situation, focus upon perfect health, and they have me pull that from the bottom of the deck, admit the truth to yourself, and act accordingly. Okay. That's funny. Okay. I switched them around because if you were paying close attention, you would have seen when I laid the cards out, this one was actually first. I put them back in the order they were supposed to be in. Archangel Michael just said, no, switch them back. So I guess we're going to see what he's going to explain here in a minute. So again, these are the angels' recommendations. If you've been with me for a long time, you know the angels are always going to make a recommendation. They will come and they will say, here's what's going on, here's why this is going on. But they don't just end it there. They will always provide us recommendations on how we can improve things, how we can change things, how we can move forward. how we can make transitions and things easier on ourselves. That's what they do. You have free will. You can take the recommendations or not. I have personally found when I do take the recommendations, things get a little better. Here's what they're recommending. In January, you have this wandering path. At the bottom, it says, enjoy the journey. They're encouraging you to accept it for what it is. They're saying that this is the key. Because sometimes our path is not direct. Sometimes we will have these curvy paths. You see, this path is like straight. And this path is this way, and this way, and this way. And actually it curves up around it. It's totally curvy. It's not at all straight. And sometimes that's how it is, and that's okay. But they're encouraging you that just because you had a detour, just because it kind of curved off path for a little while, that's okay. It doesn't mean everything's over. It just means, yes, you're going to get to love. Yes, you're going to get the things you want. It's just taking a little bit longer. That's all. And they're encouraging you to accept it, to get back on track, and enjoy the journey. Because I'll point out there's these two trees. You see this tree and this tree. So this is the one that's been cut down. This is that person situation that you're letting go of. It's gone. They're done. They've been made into mulch. It's over. It's finished. But it's okay. Look back at your map. Get your compass. Get back on path and continue on, because you're going to eventually get here. All is not lost. This is over, but all is not lost. Now, they're pointing out this fox. Someone, for those of you that was a relationship that's over, one of the two of you was dishonest, like being sly. You know, foxes can be sly and tricky, manipulative, deceptive. One of you was being that way. And for some of you, that there's some significance with that. Because that's like another indicator, another sign for you that it wasn't meant to be. Angels are also encouraging you to detach from the situation. There's a prayer at the bottom. It says, Archangel Michael, I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachment to fear or drama, so that I may be centered in the knowingness that peace is everywhere within me and this situation. Detach, let it go, let them go. You've come to the point that you know that's it. That's what's going to prepare you to move forward and receive all these blessings coming your way. He's saying the time has come. Because as soon as you that's why. As soon as you detach and finally just fully let them go and fully disentangle yourself from them. So if they do have belongings at your house, they take their belongings. They're done. So that there is absolutely nothing that you are still holding on to. If you have things in their house, get that. Get it out. Totally disentangle yourself. Because when you finally disentangle yourself from them, detach from them, then you can focus on healing yourself and preparing yourself for what is to come. You have focus upon divine and perfect health. The prayer says, God and Archangel Michael, thank you for continuously reminding me to focus upon perfect health and for guiding my actions so that they support my well-being. They're also saying there that it's part of healing yourself, healing your heart so you can move on. So for some of you, so that you're not jaded, so that when you have the next one come, that really is the one. Not only will they look good on paper, but they're going to make your heart sing. They're going to make your soul just glow. They're saying vibrate as well, because you just will feel that deep connection with them. But so that you're not so blocked and leery when they come in, use this month to heal yourself, which they will help you do. And also asking that they help you take those steps that you need to take. Last card that you have is admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. At the bottom it says, I appreciate your support in helping me face my feelings with grace and acceptance so that I can be lovingly honest with myself and others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving me courage and strength. So for some of you, it really is accepting. It just wasn't working. It wasn't meant to be. Because for a number of you, you have not released this person for a very long time. It's well past the expiration date. because you haven't wanted to admit that, okay, it's just not, something's off, it's just not right. And for some of you, that conversation that you're going to have it totally be over, it does require not only being honest with yourself, but being honest with them. And then for some of you, they're saying it's also to be honest with family and friends. Because you had so much stock and hope in this, you have not even been honest with your close friends and family that, okay, well, this happened and that happened. And okay, well, it went south a long time ago, and I've just been clinging on and hoping things would turn around, but okay, it's over, it's finished, not putting up the facade anymore. Because you'll feel better. It's going to be very freeing for you. And you know how at the beginning with the sacrifice cards, talking about how, you know, back in the day, they would sacrifice maybe a sheep and they'd get a whole pack. And then they'd get themselves a whole farm. But when we release someone, we receive like tenfold what we're releasing. And look at all of them. So you're going to release one, and you're going to get so much more. So much more. Okay. So go ahead and think of a question if there's something that has not been answered, something that is still burning on your mind. I have prayed over them, shuffled them. I am going to read the book. Where are you going, Miss Allie? I'm going to read the book because you might get a message out of that. And let's see, you have compromise. So let me get the book. Okay. In order to create a happy outcome for this situation, you will find it necessary to compromise. Allow yourself some time to become clear about what is truly important to you. Also take note of matters where you would be open to changing your position. Work toward an agreement where everyone wins. Be open to cooperation that would allow you to get what you need while also assisting others in fulfilling their desires. Be objective about finding a balance between respecting everyone else's viewpoints and still being true to your own. So hopefully that helps, Cancerians. I do look forward to hearing what unfolds and what gifts you start to receive in February. I will be back with more messages for you then. Again, Happy New Year. Wishing you lots of love, joy, and blessings.